in a sport as unpredictable as mixed martial arts,
Big shot! Unbelievable!
suffering a loss is a near certainty.
No doubt about it this time, ladies and gentlemen.
It has happened to the very best.
Just an absolutely staggering performance by the challenger.
Even those who have held long-standing undefeated records.
Undefeated no more, how about it?
But for unbeaten lightweight Khabib Nurmagomedov, who boasts an astounding record of 24-0, he is yet to meet his equal.
When I go to the cage, I think about this is another opponent. I have to finish him. It doesn't matter who. UFC give me an opponent, I'm gonna beat him.
Very impressive for his first fight in the octagon. Are you kidding me? What a debut for Nurmagomedov.
Nurmagomedov is very aggressive. He throws wildly. And he is a beast.
A multiple-time world champion in combat sambo, the Russian phenom drowns his opponents with relentless pressure and powerful wrestling ability.
This is a grappling clinic.
He owns the single-fight takedown record with 21 and is yet to lose a round in the UFC.
And he has been able to dominate every single opponent that he has fought with those combat sambo skills.
I've always said until somebody can dominate in the wrestling, no one's going to beat him, and still to this day, it still holds true. He's special. Like I say, he's able to do this to guys that have been around, and it doesn't seem too hard for him.
Nurmagomedov putting his unbeaten record on the line against Michael Johnson.
This is an absolutely huge fight for the lightweight division.
Going into his last fight at UFC 205, Nurmagomedov had 7 wins in 7 UFC fights. With a resume more impressive than the night's headliner Conor McGregor,
Here we go, you ready? You ready? Get up!
Nurmagomedov felt long overdue for the title shot and made it clear to anyone within earshot that he was next in line.
Khabib Nurmagomedov mauls people. It's the best way to describe his style.
When I finish first round, I come, I see Dana is very close to me.
He was arguing with Dana in between rounds instead of listening to my corner advice.
Okay.
Be careful, we're gonna smash your body. Yes, of course. It's okay. Win or lose, I know who I am.
He say, hey, you have fight, you have to focus your fight. I say, it's okay, this fight already finished.
Man, what a display of dominance by Khabib Nurmagomedov. He is a monster.
Michael Johnson is a tough guy. I dominate him. And I say, hey, when you give me title shot?
And after a performance like this, how can you deny this man?
Nurmagomedov got his wish. But with UFC lightweight champion Conor McGregor on the shelf, he will instead compete for the interim title against number 2 ranked Tony Ferguson on March 4th.
We're back.
The winner will face the Irish superstar for the undisputed title.
Real quick.
But Nurmagomedov's sole focus is in the present.
When I come to this sport, I won't only become UFC lightweight champion, undefeated. This is my dream.
He's a world champion sambo fighter who wants to be a world champion mixed martial arts fighter, and he's got that world champion technique.
Conor is not my dream. I never think about him. I don't give a about Conor. I think about only belt.
The United States Southwest is home to a dangerous foe who intends to be the first man to put a blemish on Nurmagomedov's record.
This is a man who's driven and focused to be the best mixed martial artist he could possibly be.
To number 2 ranked Tony Ferguson, it wasn't until he learned mixed martial arts that he found his true calling.
I always had a bunch of jobs. I was pretty good at them. And I would always pick them up, and when I got bored with it, I would be like, you know what, something else. I need to learn something different.
On top of that, he's capable of putting out any man on the planet with his knockout punches. Oh, good left hook by Ferguson. Oh, my goodness!
In this sport, it's such ever-changing and evolving, and I love it because when you're pressed up against something and it's not moving, and you have the option to back away, turn around, and walk the other way, or move forward and bash through that wall.
This kid is a nasty, nasty fighter.
Well, that's baptism under fire, dude. I feel like a phoenix, revived.
Tony Ferguson constantly changing stances, making him guess.
There aren't many fighters quite like Tony Ferguson, whose flashy brand of freestyle fighting has proven too complex for nearly every man to compete against him.
My style is the best that's out there, man. It's free-flowing, unorthodox, and it's snappy. When you come into my city, you get lost unless you know the detour routes.
Ferguson earned his title shot in the sport's deepest division by winning every one of his fights since 2012. An incredible feat for any UFC fighter. Last November, Ferguson would extend his win streak to 9 when he faced Rafael dos Anjos.
Well, you cannot have a conversation about the greatest lightweights of all time without mentioning that man's name.
Who had just lost his UFC lightweight world title and was looking to get back on top.
Just so hard to anticipate what this young man is going to do.
He went exactly the way that I thought it was going to go. I was going to outwork him, outmaneuver him, and put him somewhere where he never knew that he could ever be put, which is completely on defensive mode.
Ferguson with a nasty combination.
I kept a clean head, mind. I was in there focused and having fun, and rico suave. I'm in there doing my salsa, my merengue moves, and hitting him with my jabs, popping off of it because I was having fun.
During this run, Ferguson has been alongside martial arts innovator Eddie Bravo, whose patented system of jiu-jitsu has helped his student reach the top.
I've trained quite a few fighters that fought in the UFC. Nobody like Tony.
Anytime you can get a guy flat on his back here, damn, he's so vulnerable. All right, so I got him here. Oh, bam!
He really is a student of the game, and you're seeing a different Tony every fight.
As you're throwing, you got me. That's it. That's it.
Khabib is definitely one of the best grapplers in the UFC, but Tony's gonna be hard to handle for anybody.
That Russian's he's not gonna tap quick. He's all fighting bears in his head. Boom, take it, take it, take it, take it, boom.
I've had 5 rounds in Mexico City with RDA. This kid ain't gonna touch me.
There it is, boom.
I got a 9-fight win streak. What sounds better than 9? 10.
We're gonna have to stay on him and it might be 30 seconds of squeezing and wearing them out. Take it, boom. Nice.
Khabib Nurmagomedov, who will be competing for the interim lightweight title at UFC 209, hails from the Republic of Dagestan in the Russian southwest.
Allahu Akbar.
The region is proving to be one of the major hotbeds of mixed martial arts, with fighters coming from all corners of Russia to train.
Dagestan is a small republic, and we have only a couple million people, but we have best jiu-jitsu school in Dagestan, we have best Muay Thai school in Dagestan, best wrestling school in Dagestan. That's why a lot of fighters become from Dagestan.
Many credit Khabib's father, Abdulmanap, as being a key player in this mixed martial arts revolution.
A lot of people call my father MMA father in Dagestan. You know, he beginning this. He beginning combat sambo in Dagestan. He beginning training MMA in Dagestan. This is not about his great coach. This is about his personality. This is about his discipline. I think that's why he have a lot of very good students. And I think he's so much tough.
Nurmagomedov is beloved by the people of Dagestan for his athletic feats on the global MMA stage.
Everybody knows me in Dagestan. UFC is very popular now, and in Dagestan, everybody loves fight.
While the #1 ranked lightweight appreciates the love and support he receives at home, the overwhelming admiration creates distraction that has no place in training camp.
It's very hard for me a little bit training in Dagestan because too much attention. That's why before fight, I moved to California.
Since entering the UFC in 2012, Dagestan's greatest fighter has traveled to the hills of San Jose, California, for each of his training camps.
With me comes a lot of my training partners who train with me last 15 years. Very tough guys, and they push me. You know, train, sleep, eat, train, sleep, eat.
Well, the San Jose fight camp allows for uninterrupted training. Nurmagomedov and his team make time to enjoy their stateside relocation.
Let's go!
You have to train hard, but not think about your fight all the time. This is very important.
Training camps away from home have proven to be beneficial for Nurmagomedov, who is now on the brink of a UFC world title.
Есть интервью, ты услышишь, что я кричал: «О май гад, какая гонка! Хабиб лидирует, все за ним, никто его не может обогнать!»
He would like also to have with his tea tiramisu.
How many? 3?
3 тирамису. Здесь разберутся.
After dinner, 3. Yeah, after dinner. Yeah. He wants dinner.
He wants before.
He wants to have before.
Russian style.
Oh, okay.
This is Russian style. Before it, we eat tiramisu. You know, first time when I come here, I don't know English. I don't know nobody in the gym. First couple of years is very hard for me, but after when my English becomes good, when I have a lot of friends outside the gym, like San Jose and San Francisco, my life becomes a little bit easy.
Hi guys, how's everything? I'm from Turkey, and everybody in my region is a Khabib fan. But it's so hard to expose that area to the world. But thanks to UFC, start to bring those people out of shadow. I already bet you're gonna knock the guy TKO second round.
Maybe third round.
You should punish him first and then kick him out. I mean,
okay, second round. Okay.
Next couple of years, you'll see a lot of good fighters are coming from Dagestan, Turkey, even that region. They're gonna come along and dominate the UFC. We all pray for you, bro. Thank you so much.
I have a tough opponent, Tony Ferguson. I want to smash this guy. March forward, my dream has become strong.
Southern California is one of the premier hotbeds for mixed martial arts, which is good news for a unique fighter like Tony Ferguson, who doesn't need to look far for quality training partners.
I have my own mentality and I have my own work ethic. And it's hard to break that ethic, especially when others can't keep up. Fortunately for me, I live next to a couple of UFC fighters that are here local, especially in Orange County.
One of those fighters is middleweight Kelvin Gastelum, who, like Ferguson, won the UFC's Ultimate Fighter Series before setting bigger goals.
We're pretty excited and we want to be able to move forward towards being world champions. And that's why we're here, that's why we teamed up.
Ferguson spent many of his training camps in the altitude of Big Bear Lake. But for UFC 209, he has relocated to a new facility right at home.
Now that we're at home and we're training out here in Orange County, I have my Snapdown City Academy. 100%. I took the blueprint that I did over in Big Bear and I brought it home so I could spend more time with my family and enjoy the process a little bit more.
Part of the process at Snapdown City is the strength and conditioning regimen of Sean Sinisi.
Couple laps.
Who brings a wealth of knowledge to the SoCal MMA scene from his experience training top athletes in the NFL.
He knows how to challenge me. He's been dealing with these NFL athletes that have been in the combine for so long.
His work ethic is unparalleled. I haven't seen anybody that works as hard as he does. Burst up, burst up. Hell yeah. He has an endless gas tank. And whatever I throw at him, he always wants to do more.
Hit. Hit. Double.
When you put in the work, you put in the time, you put in the effort, and my ass is out there puking, but that's how much I dig deep.
Let's take a good rest.
If I can still move, I'm gonna keep going, I'm gonna keep working. And that is the difference between me and everybody else.
Level 1000. Stay working, stay working.
Khabib, I'm gonna make you work, boy. For all 5 rounds, I want you to look at that clock, and I want you to beg somebody to take you out of that octagon.
3 more, 3 more. Hit.
I'm giving you a chance to quit now. You got your hands full, kid.
San Jose, California's famed American Kickboxing Academy has been developing UFC champions for years. The team's longtime head coach, Javier Mendez,
2 minutes, 2 minutes.
knows championship caliber talent when he sees it. So when Khabib Nurmagomedov sought training on American soil, Mendez welcomed the young Russian with open arms.
When I first had Khabib here, you know, his English was not so great. Go. There were times I would tell him to relax, relax. And every time I tell him to relax, he would go harder. There, good, nice. Move, move, move. His English is better, which helps me be able to coach him better. You know, he's progressed so much. It's just unbelievable what that kid's been able to do. Time. Good angles. Stay on those movements, okay? Nice and relaxed, okay?
Nurmagomedov's accomplishments in MMA are unparalleled.
Go.
But his toughest test is just ahead.
I want to challenge myself, and I want to fight with best guys.
Move that hip, move that hip.
That's why I have to fight with Tony Ferguson.
Yes, nice.
I want to make him tired and make him tough. If he's not tough, I'm gonna break his arm.
There you go, there you go.
After fight, maybe one shoulder, his arm, second shoulder, my belt, and new lightweight undefeated champion.
There is something not human about Tony Ferguson at times.
He's got excellent hand speed for a guy with that kind of reach and range.
Do you think breaking my arm is gonna stop me?
His technique and creativity are beautiful, yet he takes a very blue-collar approach to his training. No stone unturned.
Please, I'm gonna hit you with that thing. I'm gonna knock you out with it.
Well, and that's why Ferguson's fan base continues to grow.
We need to squash this.
Once again, Nurmagomedov proves to be a puzzle that is unsolved inside the octagon.
Cage close, me and him, 1-on-1, and we have to know who is better this night. I will be ready March 4.
Following UFC 209's interim title tilt,
This contest has been judged a majority.
Tyron Woodley and Stephen Thompson will run it back and seek closure on their first championship thriller.
People want to see unfinished business. They want to know who is the better man.
Get that hang time, baby. Keep that chest up.
It's my second shot to prove to the UFC and the fans that I deserve to have that belt around my waist.
I'm gonna whip one of them boys away. He would never ask to fight me again. I'm gonna shut up every hater.
Overhand. Nice.
I'm gonna show that I'm the #1 welterweight on the planet Earth.
Big swing by Woodley. Don't be perfect. Just make it happen.
It's gonna be me and everybody else.
Every strike lands with just surgical precision.
Here we go again. Let's see who the better man is this time.